How to find the right recruitment company. There's many people that are asking me, should I be getting more staff in the AI era? Should I be leveling up existing staff? But the big question is how to find the best recruitment company. So today I'm joined with Mads Singers, who's got a very successful recruitment company. There's a lot of interesting statistics that you've shown with the roller coaster ride of people looking to get rid, and now it seems to be it's now jumped back better than ever. So how does someone go out sourcing and finding the best recruitment company?
Yeah, so I think personally, when you're looking at recruitment companies, it's really key to be aligned and make sure the company really understand what you're looking for. Reality is there's a lot of sort of high volume recruitment companies out there. And if you're going to them and saying, oh, I need a Python developer, if they have no idea what Python is, or if they have no idea what a developer is, it's probably not the right company for you, right? We are hiring a lot of, for example, marketing roles. And we have a very large recruitment team where all of our recruiters have specialities in different areas, right? If we're ever in a situation where a client is in a niche that we don't have any expertise in, we will go and find it. Like we will go and find a recruiter with expertise in that specific niche. And I see that's where most people struggle with recruitment agencies, is when they don't understand either the role or the industry or the business, right? So that's the starting point, is really finding a company that understands you, finding a company that understands the role and exactly what you're trying to hire for.
But I'll give you a few questions on that then, Mike, because let's say a business owner isn't certain whether to hire in-house or to use a remote worker. Prior to actually looking for a recruitment company, do you feel like they need some sort of consultancy or coaching to educate them the gaps in where they're missing certain staff? Or they're saying, look, you're looking to hire two of these people over here, but you don't really have someone that's going to manage them or guide them in a specific way. Like, prior to a recruitment company, is there some sort of mentor or consultant that they might need?
Yeah, it can be very helpful. I think a lot of the time, again, different business owners have different strengths and weaknesses, right? And reality is the world today is big and very, very small, right? So reality is there's people all over the world with various sets of skill sets at various prices. And what I see most companies do wrong is they always look at hiring as what is the cheapest I can get, right? So let's say you're looking at hiring someone who can, I don't know, build a website for you. Well, what's the cheapest you can get is never the right question. The right question is always ROI. When you're looking to hire people, the question is, what are you paying versus what are you getting, right? We have been outsourcing for many years. We run a recruitment company in US and UK. And what I've seen so much is just that look of a low cost. Whereas honestly, when people come to us and they're thinking of outsourcing, I always tell them the bottom tier is probably not gonna get you what you want. Reality is, if you go and find someone in the UK, let's say minimum wage, right? Like you're talking maybe 3K a month, right? Now, if you go and spend that same amount of money in a place like South Africa, you're not getting the lowest of the lowest. For $3,000 a month, you'll get a top 10% candidate. Now, getting someone at a minimum wage in the UK versus getting a top 10% in South Africa, that is often a huge difference in performance, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is yesterday, I think it was on Kazra or someone, I basically turned around to him and said, would you buy this bag for £1,000? And he was like, no. I'm like, poor man's mentality. He's like, what do you mean? I said, you've not even asked what's in it. And he was like, all right. I'm like, really what you should be doing, you should be trying to see what return on investment you're going to get. Because that in that £1,000 bag could have been £10,000 worth of cash. And that would have been the best investment you've ever done. And you've just automatically by default said no. And where I'm getting to with that is, with regards to recruitment and the right recruitment, someone could come along and could be $4,000 a month to hire them. And automatically some people just go, too expensive for that. And you go, well, no, hold on a minute. Let's take a step back. What are they going to bring to the table? Especially now with AI, where you're getting 100 times bigger output with the right people.
Yeah.
So at that point now, that $4,000 a month could be literally worth £40,000 a month for a role that now the expectation of what they can do is just so much more. And straight away, too many people just by default, too cheap, they're not going to be very good. No, they could be good. Too expensive. And it's just like, actually start to that. And again, it's come from people like yourself. It's educating me on the what return am I going to get on that? Because that's what it all comes back down to. A £10,000 investment, which I guarantee is going to get me £20,000 back. I'm going to be like, I'm going to do it all day long. But some of these people are asking the wrong questions and thinking they're very price orientated as opposed to what they're going to get back in return. How do you manage to beat that out of them? You've got a very successful recruitment company. Someone in this episode now is looking for the best recruitment company that there is. How do you make certain that price isn't the actual number one thing they should be looking at?
It's having these conversations with them, to be honest, right? Like, just like if I go out and buy marketing services and I don't know anything about marketing, it's many people will go and say, oh, what does it cost to get SEO? Oh, someone will do it for $300 a month. Great. Well, if you don't know anything about marketing, you're probably not going to win with that, right? Now, someone else is $3,000 a month, and you might say, well, that's a fortune. Again, the question is, you said, is it's all about ROI. If I spend
and just to stop you on that, hiring the person at $300 a month to do SEO can put you in a worse position than where you was. Just like hiring the wrong member of staff can not only not help you grow, can actually be churning and wasting your existing leads or losing clients and stuff and put you in a worse position than what you was in as well.
Yeah, and that's from a recruitment standpoint, that's our core, right? Like our company, when it comes to Aristo, like we're focused on being a recruitment partner. Like we want to understand their business. We want to understand what they're doing. We want to understand exactly what they're looking for. Because for most of our clients, like we don't just hire one role. We help them build out the scope of what is the next 10 roles look like, right? What are the next 10 hires? What do you need to fulfill and to grow it? And that's incredibly important, right?
So I want to put you on the spot here with regards to Aristo, right? If someone's now looking at it going, okay, I'm looking to find the best recruitment company. If you could only now, I'm saying, Mads, you cannot employ more than 5 different roles. So what I mean is it could be, let's say, are you saying marketing, or are you saying, oh no, we could do office admin, we could do law firm assistants, or whatever it is. If you could only choose 5 roles. So let's say Aristo Sourcing is the best recruitment company for SEO. Aristo Sourcing is the best recruitment company for PPC. Aristo Sourcing is the best recruitment company for meta ads. What 5 roles would you say Aristo Sourcing is the best recruitment company for?
So where we really excel is generally in account management. So we work with a lot of companies in the US around account management in different areas. We work with a lot of SaaS businesses with customer success, like it kind of customer service / customer success, but with a lot of software tools, making sure that the people that you get converted and stick is really, really important. And the problem is for many of these tools, it's not actually affordable to hire local people. They're too expensive compared to the monthly ROI. And because of that, having very high quality outsourced labor, for example, in South Africa, is very, very helpful to make that affordable. Similar to salespeople, right? Again, sometimes some people think, oh, cold calling it doesn't work. It's too expensive, right? Even calling leads, like so many business owners get in leads, they email them back. Here's the thing, if you have a lead in your inbox, you call them, right? If you're serious about that lead, you call them. And a lot of business owners don't have the time. They're not on the ball. So having a salesperson is very helpful. And I would say general marketing is probably our biggest area, because marketing in general is is a lot of our background. It's where we're coming from, right? So that's an area where we really hire a lot of high quality people. And it's also a place where, particularly in South Africa, you can get so much high quality staff at very good ROI levels, right?
If someone was looking and they specifically wanted some virtual assistants in certain countries, so if someone says, okay, I'm looking for the best recruitment company for the Filipino VAs, the best recruitment company for Indian VAs, best recruitment company for Vietnamese VAs, and they specifically want, let's say, Vietnam, right, where they've heard that they're the best for video editing because they're quite creative and stuff like that. Could someone come to someone like Aristo, no matter the country, or are you trying to push them down the road of being, no, it's South Africa, it's only South Africa?
No, I mean, as examples, that have changed a little bit recently with the Ukraine war, but we used to hire so many developers in Ukraine because it was a perfect balance between very high skill set and relatively affordable rates, right? So for a long, long time, Ukraine as a country was probably the best place in the world to hire developers. So we do hire anywhere it makes sense. We will generally, we hire a lot in South Africa just because we believe the ROI is so high. And the big benefit we have with South Africa is that the culture and everything is so much closer to the rest of the West, right? So it's the education and everything is Western world. So there's less cultural challenges than there is in other countries. But generally, we help clients hire anywhere. We have a good few clients hire in Argentina and Brazil and South America in general. So we help them out wherever they're looking to hire. But our core focus is still helping guide and advise people, because sometimes what happens is they're like, oh yeah, my friend said we should hire over here. And you're like, okay, great, but why? Right? So again, for us, it's not just about taking an order and say, okay, place it, but our focus, we have free consultancy calls with people who are looking to recruit. And that is really to help guide and advise them as well. And honestly, people can sign up for our free consultancy call and they can go and look for other companies as well to help them out. But we're very eager to help people sort of get in the right frame of mind and finding the right place to hire.
I want to spend the last couple of minutes on business owners looking to find the best recruitment company, but I specifically want it to be for AI, right? So I want to do a role play and it's just solely about artificial intelligence, right? And a business owner hears that Claude Code is absolutely brilliant. And they've decided that we want to hire somebody that is going to use Claude Code. They're not even really certain yet what for. They just know they need to embrace Claude Code. How should somebody like that go and find the best recruitment company to find someone that can embrace and help all of the members of staff level up with Claude Code, specifically Claude Code?
Yeah, so again, make sure you have a very clear job description, right? The reason why job descriptions are very key is because it's not just looking at random people, but a good job description make the right people apply. So really getting the job description right in terms of who is your company, what is it you do, why are you bringing this person in, what's the company culture like. So if you get the job description right, that is so helpful in getting the right candidates in the first place. Right now, for Claude Code specifically, again, we can definitely help, but there's many companies out there that hire good AI staff in general. But a key thing is making sure the agency you're talking with have a clear understanding of what you're looking for. So if you are looking for someone doing Claude specifically, make sure the agency you're talking with actually know what that is. Make sure they know what exactly you're looking for.
So I want to have a personal question to you. You're very advanced at business coaching, business mentorship. You're also very advanced with regards to artificial intelligence and the different large language models like Codex, ChatGPT, Gemini, AI Mode, Claude, Perplexity, Grok. You're advanced on all these different systems and you understand recruitment. Why are you not doubling down on, surely people are going to be starting to look for more employees or virtual assistants for AI as things start to grow? Why would you not pivot into being, you are the expert? Not like there is other recruitment companies that are the best recruitment company for AI. Why are you not thinking, do you know what? I'm going to take this mantle. I don't think anyone out there has took it yet. I want to be, alongside your other industries of what you do, I asked you to name 5 sectors, and it was interesting to see whether you would have mentioned AI. Why have you not just gone, I understand it and understand the why people might want this? Why are you not finding those candidates and being the number one recruitment company for artificial intelligence?
So the reason is very simple. It's still not a high enough demand based on what we are hiring right now. So we are typically fulfilling somewhere between 50 to 60 roles a month. And I would say at this point, there's maybe 3 to 4 roles that are very specific AI. So that's the core driver. Now, what we are doing though is we have hundreds of thousands of candidates in our database. So we have large amount of people that we are talking to on a regular basis around jobs. And what we're really doing is we are sharing a lot to those people around AI. We are trying to help people who are looking for jobs upskill themselves and grow themselves. And that's really key for us to get the best candidates, because reality is, even though a lot of business owners are not looking for it, we're looking at it. So if someone is coming to me and saying, oh, I want to hire a marketer for email marketing, well, we will automatically look if they're good at AI, because we know that the likelihood they succeed in their role is significantly higher if they're already utilizing AI significantly.
The only thing I'd say on that is 7 years before SEO became the number one skill that people was looking for on LinkedIn. 7 years prior to that, I knew SEO was going to be that. Mm-hmm. And I feel that now AI, if you fast forward 3 years, is going to be the number one skill that people are looking for to have within recruitment. So I feel like it should be, yes, the volume's not there yet, but like the volume wasn't there. And the reason why I knew SEO would have been is because the number one skill used to be sales, right? And now you can pre-sell prior to someone coming through with good SEO and good psychological marketing, that they're almost pre-sold on it. And even more so now with AI, it's even one step further than SEO.
Agreed.
So I feel like it's going to become the number one skill. It's going to become I'm going to put my finger out there to say it's going to be the next biggest thing. Yeah. Therefore, I feel like, and we're going off topic slightly here, but I feel like Aristo Sourcing should become the number one recruitment company for Claude Code. Aristo Sourcing should become the number one recruitment company for Codex or ChatGPT or Grok. Yeah. So I hope you do it. You better start doing it. With regards to Aristo Sourcing, is that something that you are like? I want to touch upon, because we've mentioned it in 1 or 2 episodes. I strongly recommend anyone watching this check out about scaling out a team in the AI era. The reason why I'm saying it is because on a previous episode, you mentioned that you're trying to get candidates within the pool of people of what you have who might be struggling to get into jobs to say, if I was you, I would recommend doing this. Yeah. And part of it was learning Claude Code and learning AI in general and getting better at understanding how to prompt AI and do certain things. This is why I feel Aristo Sourcing could become the go-to recruitment company. Is it something that you probably feel you are going to push more?
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 recruiters that are specifically AI focused, right? So we have 2 very technical recruiters that understand it really well already. So I do, just like yourself, I'm seeing the market grow significantly. But obviously at a recruitment company at a certain scale, we definitely need to see more volume before it's something we will pivot to. But I think it's definitely an interesting area of business that will keep developing, right?
Everyone in this who's watching or listening to this podcast, Aristo Sourcing is the best recruitment company for AI. I'm saying it now early. That's what you need to start ranking it for. We hope you like this episode. There's plenty of other episodes to do with recruitment, what recruitment companies you should be looking to do, how you should be leveling up existing staff with regards to AI. Mads, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you.